Good morning, students. Welcome to the course Math F211 Mathematics 3rd. In this course, mainly we will cover differential equation. Hopefully, audio video is okay. Anyone, please reply.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, for this course, IC is Rajesh Kumar, and following are the team member. Myself, Chandrasekhar, professor in the Department of Mathematics. So, as I have told you, in this course, we will study mainly the differential equation. And here we have the textbook authored by Simmons GF Differential Equations with Application, Application and Historical Notes, published from Tata McGraw Hill, second edition. Following are the good reference book which you can consult during your studies. So in this course, in the very first four lecture, we will study the first order, first degree equation. Then thereafter, we will go for the second order differential equation. Then we will go for the properties of the solution. Then we will go for the series solution of the differential equation. Thereafter, we will study the special function, Legendre and Bessel. Then after, we will study the different method to solve the differential equation like Laplace transform. Thereafter, we will go for system of differential equation. Then we will go for the Fourier series, and at last we will go for the partial differential equation. So, following are the few topics which we will cover in this course. This is the evaluation scheme. This may be tentative because yet we have not received any communication from the AUGSD final communication. So we can change this, but at present we have the following evaluation scheme. So 35% for the mid semester, 45% for the comprehensive, and the rest 20% for the continuous evaluation. And detail will be given by the IC, and all the notices will come over the Nalanda. Chambered constituency hour, I will tell you in next class. I will announce after looking my timetable. Right. So, anything you want to ask about the course? Any query? Any doubt?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, will we be having surprise quizzes or we will be told beforehand?
Uh, uh, it is too early to say. Uh, this announcement will be given by the IC. Hopefully, it is not announced.
Okay, sir.
It will. So here, but final will be given by the IC only. So let us start with the course. As you know, we have the mathematics tree. In this, we will study mainly the differential equation. So from where this differential equation will come? So this come from the physical science. Physical science, wherever we have the change, dynamic, stochastic. Means in this, with the help of the differential equation, we can define, we can measure the dynamism of the object, right? Dynamism of the system. So stochastic nature, in the stochastic we have the involvement of the probability also. So more appropriate we can say dynamism of the system. So it is the source of idea and theories of the higher analysis. So differential equation is very important in mathematics to deal or to study the higher things, right? Uh, this we can use in physics, chemistry, biology, even in the social science. Even in the social science nowadays, we are using the differential equation. Wherever we have the change, wherever we have the dynamism, there we can apply the differential equation. So whatever the physical activities we are doing for a falling of wall, right? Means population is increasing, population is decreasing, right? So wherever we have the change, right? All the physical activities where we have the change, there we can apply the differential equation. Means whatever the physical process we are talking, whatever the physical process we are studying, for those we have to develop the mathematical model, and that mathematical model is governed by the differential equation. So means in for defining any physical process, we have to define the mathematical model, and in the mathematical model mainly we use the differential equation. So primary differential equation is nothing, it is a primary tool to study the physical science, right? Differential equation is nothing, it is the primary tool, basic tool to study the physical science. Means whatever the changes we are observing in physical science or in physical process, all you can all you can handle or you can deal with the help of the differential equation. So you have the idea. In general, we have the y is equal to fx, a function. So we can compute its derivative dy by dx. We represent it by the f dash x. So dy by dx, what is the physical significance of the dy by dx? It gives you the information of rate of change of y with respect to x. For example, population is increasing with the time. So what is the rate of increase of the population in particular year? If you have to compute this thing, so with the help of the differential equation, you can write. So dy by dx, the physical significance of the dy by dx is, or derivative is, it give you the rate of change of y with respect to x. So if y is equal to fx is given to you, so you know that x is known as the independent variable and y is known as the dependent variable. Means for the particular value of the x, with the help of the function f, you can determine what will be the output variable or dependent variable value y. So it is not necessary always the dependent variable depend only on the one variable. We may have the more than one independent variable. For example, in this, so here you can say y is dependent variable of independent variables x and z. So here the x and z are independent variable, these two are the independent variable, and y is the dependent variable. So now we are defining the differential equation. Any equation, you have the idea what is the equation. So any equation means non-identity, it is not a standard identity. Any equation which gives the relation between independent variable, there must be the independent variable like x or xz, and dependent variable like y, right? So independent variable may be one or may be more than one. Dependent variable may also be one or more than one, and their derivatives. If in the equation, means simplest equation, if I want to write, so in any equation, if there is an independent variable x, dependent variable y, and its derivative dy by dx, then we say it is the differential equation. So this is the general form of the differential equation. In any equation, if we have independent variable, dependent variable, and their derivative, then we say it is the differential equation, right? So independent, in any equation, independent variable may be one or maybe more than one, or in the dependent, as well as dependent variable also may be one, maybe more than one. So let us have some example of the differential equation. So very first example, dy by dx is equal to cos x. So in this case, what is the y? Dependent variable, x is the independent variable, and derivative is there, dy by dx. So this is the differential equation. Here we have d2y upon dx2 plus dy by dx plus x is equal to y. So in this case, again, y is the dependent variable, x is the independent variable, this is the dependent variable, and here we have the derivative dy by dx d2 by dx2. Or we can have the form like this: y is equal to x into dy by dx plus a upon dy by dx. So we can have any structure of the differential equation. Only the main thing is it must contain the independent variable, dependent variable, and their derivative. Then after, in this case, in this equation, you can note here the z is what? Z is the function of two independent variable x and y. So when any dependent variable depends on more than one independent variable, then we can compute the partial derivative del z by del x or del z by del y. So what is the meaning of the del z by del z del x? The del z by del x represent the partial derivative of z with respect to x, keeping y as a constant. Similarly, del z by del y represent del z by del y represent the derivative of function z with respect to y, keeping x as a constant. So this is the ordinary differential equation. Then after, the
Excuse me, sir.
yes.
Sir, you're
Hello.
not audible. Sir, you're not audible.
From starting,
No, sir. From the last 2 minutes. 2 3 minutes.
just wait a bit. So can you please tell me where you have missed my words? Now it's okay. Audio is okay.
Yes, sir.
So can you please tell me where you have missed my words?
So just after z as a function of x and y.
So I was telling that z is the function of here. Z is the function of the x and y. So from there, when one variable or dependent variable is function of more than one variable x and y, then we can compute the partial derivative. What is the partial derivative? It is the derivative of the z with respect to x, keeping other variable as a constant. Other variable as a constant. So here we have the x as a constant. So if in any equation there is an involvement of the partial derivative, then that equation is known as the partial differential equation. And if any equation which has only the ordinary derivative, then we say it is the ordinary differential equation. So first three are example of the ordinary differential equation, and this is the example of the partial differential equation, right? This is the example of the ordinary differential equation, and this is the example of the partial differential equation. And here I have said you, it must be the equation, not the identity. But when we see this dy dx of the x comma x into y, so it will give you y plus x divided by dx. So this is the identity. This is not a differential equation. So that is the basic difference between the identity and the. Now audibility is okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is the basic difference between the identity and the differential equation. Now, as I use this word PD and ODE, so means depend. Now here we give you the classification of the differential equation. So depending over the nature of the dependent and their derivative, we classify the differential equation as a ordinary differential equation, partially differential equation, and the total differential equation, depending over the nature of the dependent variable, whether the dependent variable depend over the one variable, whether the dependent variable depend over the two variables, right? What is the nature of their derivative? So over that we have the following classification: total, partially, and ordinary. So let us understand one by one what is the ordinary differential equation. So the ordinary differential equation means, in this case we must have the ordinary derivative, right? Containing the ordinary derivative means independent variable, dependent variable, and ordinary derivative. So ordinary derivative is possible only if the dependent variable depends only on the single independent variable. When we have the one independent variable, then we say it is the then we can compute the ordinary derivative, and the equation having the independent variable, dependent variable, and the derivative is known as the ordinary differential equation. So the general form of the ordinary differential equation will be the, it is any real valued function. G is any real valued function having the independent variable having the dependent variable, and the derivative of any order, right? Derivative of any order. So dy by dx, d2 by dx2, d3 by dx3, like that, dny upon dxn. So G is any real valued function. Real valued function means it is all these x, y, and their derivatives are related by the particular function. So this is the. So in this case, in the ordinary differential equation, y and its derivative must be evaluated at the x. So in this case, if I ask whether this is the dy by dx at x is equal to x plus or is equal to y at x plus 1, y at x plus 1. So whether it is the derivative or it is the differential equation, any idea? Please reply on the chat. Is this the differential equation? In this we have the derivative, in this we have the dependent variable, in this we have the independent variable. So whether it is the differential equation?
No, sir.
Yes, it is not a differential equation. Why? Because here we are computing the dy by dx and y at the different value of the x. So when we have such thing, then that will not a differential equation. We have the condition that y and its derivative must evaluated at the same x. So this is not a differential equation. Then after, in the second one, whether this is the differential equation or not. So dy by dx is equal to integral 0 to x e to power xs y, the function of s ds. So this is also not a differential equation, since here the independent variable is the limit of the integral. So unknown y is appearing in the integral, because we have to determine the solution. Y is equal means we have to determine the solution for this. So what will get? Y is equal to something function of x, and y is the unknown. So y is unknown, then you cannot determine this integral. So here unknown y is appearing in integral. So y depends on the interval 0 to x. So only at x. Here the y you have to compute. What is the meaning of the integral y? Integral y means y can take the value from 0 to x. But in the definition I have told you, we compute the y and its derivative at only 1x. So this is also not a differential equation. Clear? Why these are not differential equation? So generally in the GATE exam or in the higher study exam, you may have this type of the question, whether the given equation is differential equation or not. So you have to recognize. Now the second classification is the partial differential equation. So partial differential equation means when the dependent variable depends on more than the one variable, and we can compute the partial derivative. And in any differential equation, if there is the involvement of the partial derivative, then we say it is the partial differential equation. For example, in this u is what? It is the function of the x, y, z. So from that we can compute del 2u upon del x2, del 2u upon del y2, del 2u upon del z2. So their function, their equation form will give you the PD. In this here in this equation, u depend over the x and y. So here we have computed the del 2u upon del x2, del u by del x into del 2u upon del y2 plus x by u is equal to 0. So these are the, whenever we have the term of the partial differential equation or partial derivative in any equation, then we say it is the partial differential equation. Then we have the total differential equation. Let us assume y is the function of x and y. Now here if you write the derivative of u, let the u is the function of x and y. So we compute the derivative du. So du is nothing, because it is the total differentiable. Total differentiable means as you integrate the du, you will get the u. So when we write the du, so du can be written as del u by del x into dx, del u by del y into dy. So what is the advantage? Means derivative part you can cancel. So again you will get the du. So when the del u by del x we write as a p, and del u by del y we write as a q. So this type of the differential equation is known as the total differential equation. Right? This type of the differential equation known as the total differential equation. For example, let us assume u is equal to x square y minus 3y. So from here you compute the del u by del x as a 2xy, del u by del y as a x square minus 3. So du total derivative, right, can be written as del u by del x into dx. So 2xy into dx, and del u by del y into dy. So x square minus 3 into dy. So this is the classification of the differential equation. Means ordinary differential equation, partial differential equation, and the total differential equation. Any doubt up to here? We are just brushing whatever you have the knowledge from the 12th class. Any doubt in this part in the classification?
So,
Thereafter, yes.
so total differential equation is just a form of partial differential equation, right?
Actually, when we are writing the differential equation, there is no term of the partial derivative. All are the total derivative.
Okay.
All are the total derivative. Actually, I have explained through the partial derivative, but when we have the given differential equation this, so its solution will be this.
Okay.
So these are full derivatives, right? It's not a
Full
del
derivative.
V, it's a
Ha,
dV.
this is not a
Okay.
del. This is the full
Okay.
derivative. Ordinary derivative means not partial derivative. Then after we have the two important definition, order and degree. So order of the differential equation is defined as the order of highest order derivative present in the differential equation. It is always the positive integer. Order of differential equation is defined as order of the highest order derivative present in the differential equation, and always it is the positive integer. Never we write in the fraction, right? It should be always the positive integer. So not necessarily to be contained all order derivative. For example, this is the differential equation. So here we have the simplest I am taking, so d4y upon dx4. So in this case you can say order is what? Order is equal to 4 because it contains the fourth order derivative, right? Similarly, the degree, the highest exponent of the highest order, means exponent means its power is 1. So highest exponent of the highest order derivative appearing in differential equation, so that differential equation must be free from the radical or any fractional exponent. In the differential equation, in general we will not write any fractional part. So I am giving you the definition of the degree, but in many book you will not find that degree, because for each equation you cannot write the degree, right? For each equation you cannot write the degree, and there is a lot of confusion in the definition of the degree. But in some text you will find the definition for the degree is this, but for the all differential equation you cannot write the degree. That's why in many books you will find no definition of the degree, right? So degree is nothing here, the wherever you can define you where you can find, there we have the this definition. It is the highest exponent of the highest order derivative, means the power of the highest order derivative present in the differential equation, and that differential equation must be free from the radical and the fractional exponent. For example, if we are talking this one, so here we have the d2y upon dx2 plus y is equal to x square. So in this case the highest order derivative is what? d2y upon dx2, so order is 2, and its power, its exponent is 1, so degree is equal to 1. This equation is free from the radical. Similarly, del 2z upon del x2 partial derivative plus del 2y upon del y2 plus del z by del x. So its order is 1, its order is 2, its order is 2. So you can say order is equal to 2, highest order derivative of order 2. And for the order 2 we have the exponent 1, we have exponent 1, so degree will become the here 1. For example, this x plus y into dy by dx square is equal to 1. So in this case we have the first order derivative. This is the first order derivative. So due to the first order derivative, O is equal to 1. Order of the differential equation is 1, and its power is 2. So we say degree is equal to 2. For example, d3y upon dx3 square plus 2 into d2y upon dx2 minus dy by dx plus x square dy by dx cube. So in this case highest order is this. So highest order, because its order of the derivative is the 3, so order of the differential equation will become the 3, and its power is 2, so we say degree is equal to 2. Now in this case all the equations are free from the radical and the fractional exponent. But in this case, for example, this question, y minus x divided by dx is equal to a upon divided by dx. So when we cross multiply, so because if you see its derivative, so its derivative will become the divided by dx power minus 1, right? So that we cannot write. So if you multiply whole equation by the divided by dx, so we will get y divided by dx minus x divided by dx square is equal to a. Now you can say, now it is this equation is free from the radical and fractional exponent. So now you can say that order is 1 and degree is 2. Now, for example, this equation, in this equation, y minus x divided by dx is equal to r root of 1 plus divided by dx whole cube. So again, in this case, what we have? We have the power 1 by 2, right? Power 1 by 2. So this can be written as, if you take the square on both sides, so it will become y minus x divided by dx a whole square is equal to r square into 1 plus divided by dx power 3. So now it is free from the radical and fractional exponent. So now you can say it consists the one order derivative, first order derivative. So order is 1 of the differential equation and degree is 3, because here the highest power, highest exponent of the highest order is the 3. So it is the degree 3 differential equation. Now, if we have x is equal to 1 plus divided by dx plus divided by dx whole square upon factorial 2 plus divided by dx whole cube upon factorial 3 plus and so on. So that can be written as x e to power divided by dx. If you take the natural log on both sides, so it will become divided by dx is equal to ln x. So now this is the free from the, right? In this case, what? Degree is increasing. Right, degree is increasing, but after solving in this way, divided by dx is equal to ln x. Now we say order is 1, degree is 1. So so this is the basic thing we have to remember about the order and degree. Now based on the degree of the dependent and its derivative, we have the following classification. So first one is the linear and another one is the non-linear. If y and its derivative occur in the first degree, then we say it is the linear differential equation, and if it is not, then we say it is the non-linear differential equation. Means here we must have the y to power 1, d2 dy by dx to power 1, d2y dx to power 1, right? dy by dx to power 1, y to power 1. So everywhere we have the power 1 for the y and its derivative, right? Then we say it is the linear differential equation. If we have y into d2y upon dx2, so this is not a linear. If we have y dy, then it is not linear. If we have the y square, it is not linear. Means if we have other powers than 1, then we say it is the non-linear. Similarly, we have the classification of the PDE as a quasi non-linear, semi non-linear and non-linear, but in your syllabus it is not, so I am not discussing in detail. When you will study the course partial differential equation, then you can find this. So I'm not going in that part, but we have the, just for the knowledge I am giving, just for the information I am giving you, that PD can be classified as a quasi non-linear, semi non-linear and non-linear. So now we have the differential equation. So as I have told you, for the differential equation always we have the solution. So now we will go what is the solution of the differential equation. So let us, general equation we are taking, general differential equation I am taking, that g of x comma y means independent variable, dependent variable and their derivatives dy by dx, d2 by dx2, dn by dxn. So in this case we have the nth derivative and its power, we have to see what is the power. So here, and all are the ordinary differential equation, then we say it is the ordinary differential equation, general form of the ordinary differential equation. So dy by dx we represent with the help of the y dash, d2y dx2 we represent by the d2 y double dash, and dn y upon dxn we represent as a yn in the short form. So for this we have the solution y is equal to phi x. it is the real or complex valued which satisfy the given equation. Means in place of the y, if you put the phi x, it must satisfy the differential equation. So if you put in place of the y, if you put the phi x, so g of x, phi dash x, phi double dash x, phi n x must satisfy the differential equation. So must be the equal to 0 for all x in particular interval. So here, from here, we have the two type of the solution, general solution and the particular solution. We have two types of the solution, right? Two types of the solution, general solution and the particular solution. So what is the general solution? The general solution contain always the arbitrary constant, right? And a number of the arbitrary constant is equal to whatever the order of the differential equation. Whatever the order of the differential equation, that much arbitrary constant we must have. And particular solution is nothing. It is the particular means only for the one value, for the one solution, for the one we have the solution. Means here arbitrary constant take the particular value. When the arbitrary constant take the particular value, then we say it is the particular solution. So here, if we have the first differential equation, dy by dx is equal to 2y minus 4x. So for this, we can say y is equal to 2x plus c is the solution. Right? So y is equal to 2x when we put, so it will give you. So from here, so in this case y is equal to 2x, so dy by dx will become the 2, and so in this will become the 2, and here y is equal to what? It is the 2x. Some mistake is there. This is not a solution. So 4x. Okay. This will become the 4x minus 4x. It is equal to 0. When it is equal to 0, so for the particular solution it can be, right? But general solution is what? It is the sum with the arbitrary constant. So when we add the arbitrary constant, then we have the general solution. Otherwise, we have the particular solution. So for easy equation also, we haven't the real valued solution. For example, this equation. If we have the dy by dx square plus 1 is equal to 0. So it will give you dy by dx square is equal to minus 1. So dy by dx is equal to root of the minus 1. So no real valued solution you will get. Similarly, if we have the mod of the dy by dx plus y square plus 1 is equal to 0. So here you are seeing we have the first order differential equation, even we haven't the real valued solution, right? So means it is not necessary for the simple equation also we have the solution. So this we have seen. So now, what is the general solution and the particular solution? Let us revise again. So here, if the given differential equation is y dash square minus xy dash plus y is equal to 0. If we have y dash square minus xy dash plus y is equal to 0. So the general solution will be the y is equal to cx minus c square. So from here, if you compute the y dash, so y dash will come the c. So in this case you put the c, right? Y dash is equal to c, so c square, and y dash is c, so minus x into c plus cx minus c square, cx minus c square. So it will give you cx in cx and cx cancel out, minus cx c square minus c square cancel out. So you can say y is the general solution of the equation 1. And here you can note we have the c, an arbitrary constant. So whatever the order of the differential equation, for this equation, order is what? order is 1. So that much arbitrary constant you have in the solution. But in this case, y is equal to x to power 4, y is equal to x square upon 4 is also the given differential equation. Let us see. If you say y is equal to x square upon 4, means y dash is what? 2x upon 4, that is the x by 2. So just you put y is equal to x square, right? Y is equal to x square by 4 in this equation. So you will get the x by 2 whole square minus x into x by 2 plus x square by 4. So you will get the 0. So in this, there is no arbitrary constant. There is no arbitrary constant. So this is the particular solution. This is the particular solution, means, and this is your general solution. This is your general solution. This is your general solution. Clear? What is the particular solution and what is the general solution? Then after we have some more classification: initial valued problem and boundary value problem. So when at the particular condition t is equal to 0, we have these value: y is equal to y1, y dash is equal to y2. Then we say it is the initial value problem. Means for the one value of t, some conditions are given to you. Then we say it is the initial value problem. And when we have the condition for the different value of independent variable, t is equal to 0 and t is equal to t1, then we say it is the boundary value problem. Why the boundary value problem? Means over the, here we have the t is equal to 0, here we have the t is equal to 0, and here we have the t is equal to t1. So here we are covering the boundary. That's why we call it as a boundary value problem. So for solving the differential equation, many times some conditions are given to you. So condition may be the initial value or initial condition, or condition may be the boundary condition. If condition is given to you, initial condition is given to you, then it is the initial value problem. If boundary condition is given to you, then we say boundary value problem. Means, for example, today the population is 1 crore. So what will be the population after the 5 years? So it is the initial condition is given to you. Initial condition is given to you, then we say it is the initial value problem. Now today's problem, today's population is 1 crore. After the 5 years, it will be the 2 crore. So here we have the boundary, means for the first year, or for the today, and for the after the 1 year. So when we have such condition, then we say it is the boundary value problem. So now in coming chapters, in whole course, we will study how to determine the solution of the differential equation. We have seen what type of the we have seen what is the differential equation. We have seen classification of the differential equation. Now throughout the lecture, or throughout the course, we will study how to determine the solution for the different type of the differential equation. We have the different methodology. So simplest one is what? dy by dx is equal to fx. So what we can do, dy can be written as dy is equal to fx into dx. So if you take integration on both sides, it will become integral dy is equal to integral fx dx plus arbitrary constant. So for the general solution, always you have to add the arbitrary constant. And I have told you, always whatever the order of the differential equation, that much arbitrary constant will come in the general solution. So the integration of the dy will be the y, and integration of the fx dx, we can write it like this. So this is your this is your the general solution of the given. Now problem is what? Can we determine the integral of any function? Always not true. For example, integral of e to power minus x square, you cannot determine. Integral of sin x upon x, you cannot determine. So if in any differential equation we have the involvement of this, you cannot determine. So we have to go for these things, we have to go in the different way. Let us assume the differential equation of this form: dy by dx is equal to fx into gy. For example, it is given to you cos x into sin y, right? So what we can do, we can separate This method is known as the method of the separation of the variable. Method of separation of variable. Method of separation of the variable. So we separate the y and x. So when we separate the y and x, so on one side we take the all the terms of the y, and on another side we take that all the terms of the x, and we take the integral on both sides. So when we take the integral on both sides, we have to add the arbitrary constant. So here we have the arbitrary constant, right? So in this way we can determine the solution. So in next class I will start the proper methodology to find the solution. In today's class I have given you the idea what is the differential equation, different classification of the differential equation. Then I have defined the order and degree of the differential equation. So in the classification we have seen we can have the ordinary differential equation, partial differential equation, and total differential equation, right? We can have the linear differential equation, non-linear differential equation. Then we have seen type of the solution, general solution and the particular solution. Then we have seen the simplest way for determining the solution means we try to integrate, right? So here we have the integration by the separation of the variable, but in all it is not necessary you can integrate. So we can go with the different methodology. So those methodology one by one we will study throughout the course. So that's all from my side for today, and the video for the lecture will be available to you, right? I will intimate, right? I will give you, and I have given you the mail. There you can, from there you can join the WhatsApp group also. And
Sir, sir,
yes,
sir, if the partial derivatives have different degrees, then the degree of the differential equation will be the highest one of both of them.
pardon again, please ask. Yeah? If the partial,
Sir, sir, if the partial derivatives have different degrees, then the degree of differential equation will be the highest one. Sir, like
differential
del 2z.
equation of the highest partial derivative present in that.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
From this QR code, you can join the Math 3 group. I have given you the link also in your mail.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can you please explain what linear differential equations are again?
Okay. For example, in the differential equation, we have d over dx plus y is equal to 0. So its power is 1. Its power is 1. Then we say it is a linear. If we have y dy, multiple of the dependent variable and derivative, then we say it is plus y is equal to 0. Then it is the non-linear. If we have d over dx plus y square, so here we have the power 2, then we say it is the non-linear. When we have d over dx into d2y upon dx2 plus y is equal to 0. So here we have the multiplication of the two derivatives. Then also it is the non-linear. So for the linear, the derivative power must be 1, dependent power must be 1.
Okay, got it, sir.
Any
Sir,
other doubt?
could you take the example for you? You showed the general solution and the particular solution. You showed an example, right?
Huh?
Sir, could you take that slide? I had a doubt in that.
I think this was, yes.
Yes, sir. So here, the general solution is y equal to cx minus c square, and
Yes.
we chose the particular solution y equal to x square by 4, right?
Hmm.
So will the particular solution satisfy the general solution?
No,
Because
it is not necessary.
okay.
Any other doubt? Any other doubt?